Okay, so this is my mess. This is what we have so far. It's beautiful. So we do have water damage up in this corner in the wood. We knew we had it in the press board and whatever, and that's easy enough to replace, but sadly, as you go this way, you come across wet wood, which is partially why we washed it this week real good before we set it up. And also, the people we purchased it from had it sitting up, and we had a lot of rain last week. So while no moisture was getting into the body of the camper, the house of the camper, we do have moisture up there in the wood. Now, there were a couple small cracks on the front of the fiberglass / aluminum top. They were very small, but they were noticeable, and so we knew they were there when we bought it. And so the paint job that I did on the hood, or top, whatever you want to call it, with the roof coating paint should be helping that, but the truth is, from what I've watched and learned over the last few days, we should pull off that piece of metal trim right there, which will disconnect the canvas at that point, and take a look at this board, which is behind here, and make sure it is also not rotting. Now, it feels nice and solid to me. I think it's okay, but we need to look at it, and we're gonna have to replace this board anyway, so we're gonna have to take this off to do that, and hopefully that's not too hard. I don't know, learning as I go. But I did watch a lot of videos about all this stuff yesterday. All of the foam that was right here, the insulation foam, was soaked. Some of these pieces are just heavy with water, so they turn gray when they're wet. The little guys. This piece is pretty wet. The little balls of styrofoam. Anyway, so I'm not surprised at what I found. This is kind of what I was expecting to find on this front side. It was a little wetter than I thought, but it's all fresh water. Nothing smells. There's no mold. It's all just from what has happened over the last week between the rain and us watching it, which is fine. So otherwise, everything on this side looks great. So up to this board in the frame, I just am only planning to tear off the particle board and replace that with something fresh and light and clean. But that whole part of the ceiling to that direction is fine and is of no worry. So that's good. And around this little skylight, everything looks okay. Nothing is wet to the touch. The wood's not rotted. So that's good. It looks a little funny. I think that's just from the treatment. It looks wet, but it's not wet at all. And this foam is in great shape and very dry. So anyway, I'm doing so much detail because I'm going to post some of this on YouTube, I think, because in looking for videos on how to do this, there's not a lot to be had. So anyway, that's that. Bye.